Good evening and thanks for joining us. Our top story tonight, it's a night of firsts for Ontario politics as Kathleen Wynne has won the provincial Liberal leadership and in doing so becomes the first woman and first openly gay premier in the province's history. It's the day after the worst storm we've seen in years and people are digging out from under the 25 to 30 centimeters that fell. City crews here in Hamilton were busy making sure roads were cleared, especially after complaints and criticism that followed the Boxing Day storm, which left the city snow-covered for days. Brittany Gogo has more. Okay, so apparently he's claiming that somebody who he was friends with, a possible ex-teammate of some sort, was the person behind all this. He says that person called him and apologized.
Yes.
How would that apology, like the phone rings, that apology, you go, hey man, remember when you were in love and then
remember how I wasted 3 years of your life?
Yeah, and then I told her she was dead and it was heartbreaking and now she didn't even exist. I'm really sorry about that. I hope we can mend that.
Would you still be friends? Would you be that forgiving? Would you be able to forgive that person?
That would be on a short list of things that I hope I never have to deal with.
Yeah, no kidding.
That would be ridiculous. If I'm ever taking that phone call, I've taken several wrong turns in life. And it's going very poorly.
Oh.
But even with sports, let's move on to another team who's taken several wrong turns in the last few years, the Leafs. And they were reaching for the stars for their 95th home opener in franchise history as they asked astronaut Chris Hadfield to drop the ceremonial puck from the International Space Station. Moving on to the first period, Colton Orr, he squares off with the big man, Giant John Scott, 6'8", 260 pounds. Orr drops him. Brought the big man to his knees. The Sabres, they did the scoring early on. Cody Hodgson deflects Christian Ehrhoff's shot past Ben Scrivens. That's the only goal of that period. But the Leafs, they had their chances, outshooting the Sabres 13-5 in the first. They had an extended 5-on-3 late in the first. Couldn't beat Miller. Phaneuf rattled one off the post, but it stayed 1-0 after one. Have a drink, Ryan. You earned it.
The landslide will bring you down.
Oh, damn you, Sean Leathong.
I really had a meltdown the last
It's good for you to have a cry in the
Yeah.
morning, okay?
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't really acting. I put this clamp in my hand, so it's method acting. Ah. Yeah. No, that was sweet, though. That was just,
very
Makes you think about what's really important, right?
It does.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm going to call my parents after this. Like I'm their Clydesdale, you know?
You big old Clay.
So this generated a great reaction on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, USA Today picked it as the best commercial, okay?
I
So
think
some of the tweets we found last night was Jimmy Fallon said, Budweiser has done it again. And then moving on to one of my favorites, Jose Canseco, he tweets about his favorites, but the best was the Clydesdale. Makes me want to get one. So Jose's out Clydesdale shopping today.
And BlackBerry's going, you're supposed to buy a damn phone, not a horse.
Exactly. Now,
This is
Jacqueline
much more
Schwartz,
entertaining than the frogs. Remember the frogs from a few years ago?
Yeah.
Jacqueline Schwartz from The Bachelor wrote, am I drunk or was that sad? Can't tell.
Love you, man.
And this woman named Sarah Gunn, I don't know who she is, but I love this tweet, wrote, Budweiser just made a better love story in 30 seconds than I have in my entire life.
Oh. You know what? That was a great
It was a
ad,
very
It was
nice
good.
Yeah.
It was good. And Mike Fisher from the Nashville Predators, married to Carrie Underwood, tweeted that Carrie Underwood had cried during the ad. Now the tweet's been deleted. It's gone. I saw it last night and you can't find it now.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
We all know, Carrie, that you cried.
Yeah,
it's
it's
okay
out there.
to cry.
It's
But
okay
I mean,
to cry.